Hey, good evening. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Welcome to the evening edition of me, radio style. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope that this audio finds everybody doing well. Going to jump right into it. I don't know if you've ever heard of the RHODAS channel. I strongly suggest you get over there, especially if you are on a tight budget or you have savings goals. She will find 10 million ways to help you save through great cooking tips and other tips and tricks as well. And speaking of road, I want to address something. First of all, I want to thank you. I don't know if I've mentioned this to you yet, but I want to formally thank you for the Have You Noticed the Penny Pinchers Seem to Be Doing Okay video. What? Yes, this is the name of her video. It came out about 2 weeks back. So I'll repeat it. The Have You Noticed the Penny Pinchers Seem to Be Doing Okay. She put my channel name on the first mention. Thank you, Rhoda. And I want to address a specific thing she said. Now, everything, in my opinion, that she said throughout the video, which really, you should watch it. It's really, really quite fun. She mentioned a whole bunch of other people too. And with specific reasons. But I want to expound upon one reason that really and truly, Rhoda really hit the nail on the head. Okay. And this I want to talk about. She said that basically, in not so many words, I'm just paraphrasing here, that penny pinching types, for example, could care less about certain things. Yeah, yeah, 100% correct, Rhoda. There are some things that penny pinchers could care less upon. And one of the things that you did mention was what people think about you being as a frugal person. I'm going to be a frugal person no matter what someone else thinks about it. Why? Because at the end of the day, I must look out for myself. If my family, everybody's grown up, married out, okay. But I have to look out for myself and, in a sense, my family, because this is the way I am. I've always been an independent person. This is just the way I operate. And frugal people do not worry about the little things in life. What do I mean by that? Frugal people have no issue talking about going to the thrift store to buy clothes. Frugal people don't mind spending extra time in the thrift store. Frugal people don't mind delaying getting a haircut. And yes, it is true. Unfortunately, sometimes frugal people sometimes can even look a little bit on the scroungy side. And some people confuse that with a poverty mentality, which is a whole different world. A frugal person makes decisions based on value, okay? Not based on, oh my gosh, what is that person going to think about me? I believe in being kind. I believe in being generous, but I also believe that we all have to, so to speak, pull our own weight. How many of you listening to this right now would tend to agree that wouldn't you be proud of yourself? And aren't you proud of yourself for the little wins in the frugal life, in the frugal world? I love bagging a deal. Those are the things I love. Here are the things I don't love. I don't love having to ever be straddled with debt. Debt is truly the elephant in the room. And I'm going to take another show specifically just to talk about how badly debt can really impact people. So, this is not a good thing. Frugal people have goals. We rather focus on value than focus on audience reaction, if you know what I'm trying to say. For example, I rather buy classic clothing, classic pieces, good quality classic pieces, yes. For the best price possible, absolutely. I don't want to pay full price. I never, ever, ever want to pay full price. Does that make me cheap? No, that makes me smart. That makes me smart. Okay. Some people want to get short haircuts. It looks better on them. They're happy with it and they get them frequently. I was always a long haired girl anyway. There was a period of time when I had my hair short. I couldn't stand it. I was like, oh, who is that? Yuck. Oh, it just wasn't Jan. It just wasn't Jan. So for me, I wear my hair long. Somebody else might say, well, why? You're over 60 years old. Why do you have long hair? Because I like it. That's why. The other reason is this, and this just happens to be a good coincidence. When you have longer hair, all you have to do is just basically keep the ends, nice and trim and neat and everything. And you don't have to keep running back and forth, to the hairdresser. It all goes back to not so much concerning yourself about what others think. Okay. I could get on a show and talk with, let's say, another guest on my show, and we'll talk about 1,000 ways to make eggs, where somebody else will say, my gosh, is that all those people want to eat? No, that is not all what, quote, end of quote, those people want to eat. We come up with creative ideas to stretch a buck. We try to help others, okay? We're not concerned about the silly stuff. So, Rhoda, I want to thank you very much for pointing that out. We really not into the, proving the status quo thing. I remember when I was not a frugal person because I truly didn't understand it yet. Like I said on another show last week, I wasn't born frugal, especially when you're 6 years old or 8. You're not thinking about stuff like that. I wasn't even really paying that much attention to maybe the frugal things my mom might have been doing. I thought I wasn't paying attention. But then when I got older and I realized, hey, mom, you were smart for cutting corners here and there and this and that and all that. So I'm just saying, I'm glad. I'd rather get the value. I'd rather spend my money on the things that matter most to me and get the value. Okay. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different path. As far as penny pinches doing better, let me go back to that title. Getting my trusty glasses. Have you noticed the penny pinches seem to be doing okay? Thank goodness, yes. And I say that, in deep appreciation and gratitude. But this just doesn't happen overnight. So let's say you're starting to learn about frugality and you're realizing, no, there's a big difference between being frugal and being cheap. And I don't mind creating an audio about that. I don't mind. I know the subject has been covered before and by other people as well. I don't mind going over that again, because if you're brand new to the frugal lifestyle, it makes an entire difference in your life. And then one day you could look back and say, wow, how could I have overlooked this? Frugal people don't mind trying things that are for free, but we are very mindful. Now, sometimes certain things that we might mention about trying for free, they have like a little expiration. Try this for 14 days. You best mark your calendar on day 10. If you didn't care for that trial, the free trial of whatever the thing may be, and cancel it. I'm just mentioning that. This is something that a lot of frugal people do. We are willing to try things for free. And something else that I'm not interested in, any sort of form of bragging, being braggadocious. I just can't get over it when people flash to me 10 credit cards. Okay, you have 10 credit cards and you're showing me this because you got good credit. Great, I'm happy for you. But me, myself, as a frugal person, I look at it as, 10 opportunities to get buried into debt. So you see, frugal people do think differently. Are you one of those people? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again, Rhoda. Hope you're listening. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to come back every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night for the show. It's at 7 p.m. in case you just happen to stumble upon it. But also don't forget to come back Monday through Friday, every single weekday, 5 a.m. Eastern. I have an upload, of which I do appear on camera in my on-camera style show. All right, going to close out the show, and I'll be back in a minute. As soon as I find my closing music. I have to mention something too. A couple of people have tapped me on the shoulder about my intro and outro music. They really love that song. They really do. So one night, I might decide, maybe tomorrow night. No, wait, soon. Let's put it that way. I'll leave it as a surprise. One day in the not so distant future, I will choose to play a lot of that song. It's a really good song. All right. In the meantime, you have a great remainder of your night. Take good care now. Bye bye.